Congratulations on your engagement. My name is Amanda Thompson and welcome to Bride and Joy. I have been super excited to get back on the podcast, share fun stories, share super cool behind the scenes, and most and foremost, maybe bring you along the ride and share all our tips with you so you can have the best time planning your wedding. I am an architect gone wedding planner, and after planning my own wedding many years ago, I did realize how much work there is to do, how much there is to think about, and there had to be a more fun and time to be able to save on your wedding than what we did with ours. So I realized that there must be more brides feeling the same way, and I was completely exhausted from planning our own wedding. So I dedicated my time and energy to helping future couples planning their own amazing wedding and to be the best version of yourself that you can be. Today, we help wedding couples from all over the world with planning and designing their epic wedding. So if there is 12 months to your wedding day or less, here are the top tips to get the wedding that you want to have and to be able to reach it all on time. So first, I recommend that you have a conversation about your wishes. What is it that you want and what is it that you are envisioning? I do believe that every wedding should be tailored to you, to your style, to your vision, to what it is that you want to do. And what is it that is? So this is everything from where in the world to how big of a celebration and who is it that you want to have there and what is a realistic budget. Once you've nailed these three, you are good to get started. Start understanding where it is that you want to get married. Find the venue first. Then start understanding what is needed. And at that venue, is it a chateau? Is it a private villa? Is it a private house? Is it on the beach? Is it up in the mountains? All of these things will matter when you do find your venue, but also on what you will decide and what you need to think about for your steps moving forward. The choice you make here will determine what you will need to do for your wedding. If it's a marquee, then you will have to rent absolutely everything. It means furniture, plates, everything that goes on the table, floor. Do you want carpet? Do you want anything hanging in the ceiling? These things matter. If it's at a hotel, maybe they do have a superb chef and you can only think about what it is that you want for your design and your menu tasting, and you can enjoy it maybe on a different level. As soon as you have found a place that you love and you've locked in a date, I do recommend that you send out your save the dates. So if you haven't, get started on your guest list so you know who you want to send them out to, and that will also give you an idea on how many guests that you want to have there. And third, start finding your amazing magicians. And I call them magicians because this is not so easy for couples to understand until the wedding day is actually there. But people that work in creating weddings, hopefully you find someone that you want to have there that do it with passion, but really truly the people that we work with, they really do it with their heart and their soul into it. And I would never recommend someone that I didn't like or that I knew wouldn't be able to execute what it is that you want to have on your wedding day. And this means we work with a high level of professionals that really put their heart and their souls into it, which is a world of difference. And wedding suppliers, they work long hours and they do an excellent work in creating the most magical day for you. So make sure that you find someone you trust, someone you like, someone that you even have a good vibe with, especially if it comes to, photographer, videographer. They're so close to you on the wedding day. So you want them to be someone that you believe and trust in and that you are okay with having around, because even though they're a fly on the wall, they're also there very close to you for many hours throughout the day. So if you choose a photographer that you do not like or you do not vibe with, then that's going to go downhill. And once you've found someone you like, set up a meeting with them and get to know them. This is for you to know who you're booking for your big day. And I'm thinking about anything from photographers to videographers to florists to DJ, entertainment, stationer, ceremony music. Maybe it's a DJ, maybe it's a band, depending on who they are and what it is that you want. Remember to find, for example, a stationer unless you are creating all the paper goods yourself. I'm thinking about the invitation suit, your menus, your welcome sign, everything that is paper and everything that goes out. If you want programs for your guests, if you want small little boxes and you want any stationery or paperwork that goes into that, then that is what the stationer does for you. And if you want your save the dates to be the same design as the rest of everything else, or the same vibe or something, then make sure to book in a stationer relatively fast for your wedding day, which means you'd rather want to do it sooner than later. And then it's time to start finding your attire. Some wedding dress brands have a way longer order time than others. So do make sure that you order your wedding dress with enough time. And this means no later than 9 months, because some brands actually do have 9 months of delivery. Most of them don't, but if you are unlucky, it might take longer time. And if your wedding is closer to the date than 9 months, I would recommend going for a designer that is able to send over your dress with less time, so you can also have time to tailor it and to make sure that it fits, that it's your length, that it sits as you want it to sit. And there are so many beautiful used dresses out there, so make sure that you check that out. If you don't have as much time, then I would definitely recommend that you try and find a dress that is already used, because then you can just tailor it to fit you, and then you don't have to spend more time looking for a dress. And I love to match and design everything that comes from, literally everything, to be honest. I do like to include your bridal parties and your attire in the design part. For when we design a plan wedding, and it's not needed, but it does tell a story. So if you have them choosing something, and the dresses don't have to be the same. It can be different colors, it can be different patterns, it can be different lengths, it can be different top versions. It doesn't really matter. What does matter is that it kind of suits your vibe and what you're looking for, and that it suits the venue, and it also suits the kind of style that you want. If it's a winter wedding up in the mountains and it's minus 20 degrees Celsius and super cold, and that's something that you would be completely different in wearing than if you had a dress that was, if you would go to south of France and have a wedding there and it's 35 degrees and super hot. So take these things into consideration when you are thinking about what you would like to want also for your own wedding dress, because that will make it so much easier for you. And then fifth, start planning your wedding design with your stationery suit and your floral designer. This is the fun part, especially for me that's a designer. I love, and I maybe live and breathe design, I have to be honest and say that, but ask your floral designer if they have any items for decor that you can rent for the big day. And this will allow you to save money on the total spend of your wedding day. Some florists actually do have vases and candle holders, and some even sell candles. So make sure that you ask them if these are things that they have, because that will make your day so much easier. Then it's time to start tailoring your day. And that means, what type of entertainment do you want? Do you want a band, or do you want a DJ, or maybe even just a playlist? There are so many details to consider, but start with these as a foundation. We have put together a checklist that has everything you need to think about for your wedding planning, and you can get started today by downloading it and get going on it. You don't have to follow them month by month, but if you do, you will have such a better way into your wedding planning than if you don't, because you're not leaving tasks to the end. So make sure that you tick off the boxes, that you get things done bit by bit, and it will be a world of difference for you. If you have any questions, make sure to reach out to us through our webpage down below. And I wish you the best of luck with planning your wedding.